Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So let's look at the instructions. Looks like we have to filter according to the ratings. So it looks to me like if none of the boxes are checked, then it mustn't display anything. Is that right?
Shouldn't it then display all of the movies?
If
Or
none of
should
them
it
are
display
checked,
all of the movies when all of them are checked?
yeah, I think that second one.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Can you hear the noise in the background?
A little bit, but it's only when you talk. It seems to cut it out otherwise.
Okay, so it's fine. Or should I
Yeah.
turn it off?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Check the first, try to modify. Yeah, she says, so the first time, if you look at the hints and caveats, the third one, the first time the user visits a page, all checkboxes should be checked by default. So the user will see all movies. For
Okay.
now, ignore the case when the user unchecks all checkboxes. You will get this in the next part.
Okay.
Don't put your code in views. Okay, all right. Let's give this a try. So we got the form tag we need to add. Let's maybe do
Yes.
that first. So I'm just going to copy it out of the example.
Okay, I already did that.
Oh, did you? Okay, way ahead of us. Okay, I think that should fail now because there is no at all rating set. So if we refresh the page now, yeah, undefined method each for no class.
Okay.
Cool. So now back in the controller. So do we have a ratings model? No, we've only got a movie model.
Yes.
So how's the new creating the ratings? Let's have a look here. No, they just got a list, like an array.
Yes.
If you look there at the
So it will be
new.hammer.
create like a variable just containing all of the ratings or something.
Yeah, we could. Doesn't sound very neat, though, does it?
No, not really.
Okay. So we're going to go at all like that, and that should make it pass.
Something like that, yes.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. What the hell is rating NC-17?
In C17.
Yeah, you see it there. If you refresh the page, you got the
Yes,
URL for the.
but we
See
aren't
that?
supposed to have that in C17. Only GP, GP, G13, and R.
If you look at the new controller, new.html.haml, look at the file there, right? If you go to views, layout, views, movies, you see there, I took it from here. So I don't know if it'll cause us to fail if we do that. It shouldn't, because I
No.
mean that's the list that they're using. So why would we filter by something that they don't have? You know what I'm saying? So if you add a movie, there's no way you can filter it by that NC-17.
Yes.
Let me just look at the, according to the instructions there, they don't have it. It could just be an old screenshot from an old app or something like that, you know?
Maybe.
Okay, I think let's leave it. We'll leave it like that.
We'll see when we run the test if it makes a difference.
Yeah, I suppose then we can just take it out if we have to on the last part. Okay, so we've got to do a couple of extra things for the homework stuff. It says your forum tag should have the ID ratings underscore forum. So let's add that in quickly. I think we'll just do it like this. Why do they use this horrible syntax? That should do it. Let's have a look, see. If we refresh, look at that, inspect element there. Yeah, so the ID is correct.
Okay.
Okay, the next one we need to add in. The form submit button for filtering by ratings should have the element ID ratings underscore submit. Okay, so that should be a bit easier to add in. You can just go hash var. And then each checkbox should have an HTML element ID of ratings underscore the name, where the interpolated rating should be the rating itself. Okay, so for that one, so it would be this one here, right? It would be something like that.
ID ratings, yes.
That should do it. Let's see. Let's check one of the checkboxes. ID. ID equals. Huh, that didn't work. I think we need to enclose this in brackets, maybe. No, that's not it. I think there's something else it's expecting beforehand. No, the value maybe. So the value is null for now. Let's see if that makes a difference. Yeah, type. Oh yeah, there we go. It's working now. So you see what I did there, right? So the first, when you create it, yeah.
You passed it the null value.
Yeah, so like the value of the checkbox, it's expecting a value for the checkbox initially, right?
Yes.
So we don't have one. Yeah, so it's nothing at the moment, or else if we didn't have that value in there, it was taking the wrong value as the checked one, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Why are they all checked? See that, they're all checked by default. That's weird. You see the check, like you know your page?
Yes, I see.
You uncheck all the values, and the name must be save changes, not refresh. It's a bit strange. Why is that? That doesn't look right either. The value is save changes. So we're looking at the submit tag here. It's not giving us the right thing. You see by the form, you know what I'm talking about, right?
The submit tag.
Yeah, look what it's called on the form. It's called save changes.
Wow, okay, that's weird.
It's supposed to be called refresh, which we have here. Let me just look up the submit tag in Rails quickly. So the Rails submit tag. Yeah, so by default, the value is save changes. That's weird. So that should be right. Why is it not passing?
The single.
Oh, you know what it is? We use the hash here. It doesn't accept that. We were interpolating the wrong thing into that thing, I think. You understand?
Yes.
It's not a Haml element there. We're using the equals to output Rails text back to the console. So if we do that, there we go. So now it's right again. Okay, so we have the thing submitting a form, I think. Let's test that part out. So if we click refresh, in the console we get, yeah, so the ratings is G equals on, PG equals on. Okay. So we need to get a list of things out to do comparisons for the
Yes.
movies, right? So if we look at the movies model, so we got rating. So the rating needs to be done with an OR comparator, right?
Okay.
So where any of the ratings are in the array of lists that we got back.
It should pass them back.
Yeah, so if you go to movies controller, we did the order thing, but before that we need to go find. I'll just do this part, okay? So we're rating in question mark, and we pass it the all ratings list that we got back. What was that called again? Grams ratings. Grams ratings. Like that. Yeah, that's not quite right. I think that might fail in some circumstances. But let's just try that.
Can you just hold on for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No problem. Okay, so it's almost right. Need to go like that. That should work.
Okay.
Okay, so you understand what we did there, right? I'll just go over it with you quickly. So if you look at your console, right, we're getting back a ratings equals and then the list of the different options that were checked, right, with the value, which is just the default for a checkbox. The value by default is on, okay? Then in the controller, what we're doing is we're saying, so give me all the movies where the rating is in the list of provided ratings. So we get the keys out. So in our case there it said, if you look at the SQL statement, select movies from, so let's start from movies where rating in, so the rating value of that movie must either be G, PG, PG-13R, or NC-17.
Yes.
So if we remove a couple of those checkboxes, you'll see that it filters them out properly. See there?
Right.
Except now, it's got one issue. And you find method keys for no class. Right, so if all the checkboxes are empty, we get an error. You see there? So if you just go to /movies, so take out all those query parameters, you'll see you'll get a no method error. Undefined method keys for null class, right?
Okay.
So what I think we need to do to make this right, private, you see there what I'm doing in the controller, right?
Yes.
So we're going to have a selected ratings method. Whoa, what the hell just happened? Okay, so that's selected ratings. So what we're going to do in this method at the bottom is we're going to pull out the selected ratings if it's provided to us with that params thing. And if it's not, then we just pass back this default list here.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is going to say params.hasKey. Let's do this. Question mark. If it does, we return that, the
All
keys,
of that.
else that.
Okay.
Maybe this is a bit of a long statement, so let's do this. If params.hasKey is this, then
Else.
yeah, that looks better. Also, that was a bit too long, spread out over those lines. So you see, so that will take care of both cases for us. So if we don't get a ratings hash, we'll just select everything. If we do get back a hash, we send back the selected ratings. And also we're setting the right ratings up here on line 11. Remember before, if you unselected everything and you pressed search, it would like select everything again.
Now,
So I think that should take care of both. Let's have a look-see.
Right.
Okay, so we uncheck like 2 of them, and you refresh. That's not right either. You see what happened there? Like uncheck
so
2,
mine's a little bit
sorry?
okay.
Okay.
Oh wow, it removes the checkboxes.
Yes. It makes sense, right? Because we're iterating over that loop of all the ratings already. So we can't actually use that for this one here. So at all ratings must be equal to all the ratings. So let's do this just to make life easier and more concise.
Okay.
All ratings. This still doesn't feel right to me though.
No, I don't think that will solve the problem. It is this, if it has the key, it will only return, or if you select only those, it will only return those as well.
Yeah, but we changed this over here to all ratings, right?
Yes.
So all ratings always returns the entire list of checkboxes.
Okay. Oh, I understand now. Okay.
But that's still not 100% right. Like if you go in there now, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's still like, it still rechecks everything after you've done a refresh, which is no good. So I think that null value, the value that we're setting the thing to, is the problem. So if we go back to our view, the index.html, this null value, I think we need to pass something to that. Let me just check the documentation around the checkbox tag again.
Can't we pass it the current selected ratings?
We can. I'm just going to make sure of the syntax here quickly. Yeah, so checkbox tag, the first one is the key, the name or whatever, and the second one is the value. So we could do this. I'm suspecting it might not work. We've got access to the params, right?
Yes. Ratings. Yeah.
The specific rating. So if it's not there, it will be null, which should be unchecked, and if it is there, it will be set to on, which will set it, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Let's try that quickly. Still not. You see, there's something not right here. Let's just check the inspection here. So they're all checked equals checked, which is not right. So how the hell do we set the checked property here? Okay, so now the value is not right. We need to set the checked value. which is the third one. Okay, so if you look here, this value here is what the checked value should be, right? So we set that to 1. The next value needs to be the check part over here.
Okay, so then can we then use the parameters maybe?
Yeah, params dot ratings as key. That should limit it, I think.
Okay.
Let's see if we've broken anything. Yeah, there we go. That works now. But that's a bit of logic inside of our template, though. I'm not sure if I'm happy about that. Shall we move it into a helper? This thing here. Because we like accessing the params directly. I really don't like that.
Yes.
You want to do that. So if you go to the helpers movie helper, we need to have a method that returns true or false based on something, right?
Okay. What shall we call it?
Filtered option checked question mark or something like that. And it accepts the rating, right, that we're looking up.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, filter option checked, and then we want this hash key part. We want that in the
whole thing, yeah? Yeah, that whole thing that you got highlighted, you can take that out.
Yeah. And then we should pause it there.
So you need to pass the actual object, yeah.
Is that correct?
So yeah, so you're not passing the symbol, you're passing the rating instance that we currently have. Cool. Yeah, so that looks a lot neater, I think, than having that funny params ratings.hash key rating in there. Cool.
Okay. What else is there to do for this part?
I think that's it, is it? Let's just double check through everything.
Your form tag should have the ratings form. Okay, the form submit button for filtering by rating should have. Okay, we did that. Each checkbox should have, and we also did that. Yeah, I think we need to commit now.
I think there's one thing that's broken. Like, try and sort by one of the columns.
Oh shit, we broke that.
It's inside that helper of ours. So let's just go have a look there quickly. That movies helper. So it's complaining that. So it's complaining that there was no ratings, right? So we're trying to do a hash key on null. So I think we need to first params.hash key. Right, because the logic would dictate if we don't have a ratings object, then none of them are checked.
Oh, okay, yes.
Or not. No, if there's no checking of any sorts, we need to return true for all of them because they need to all be checked, or else they're going to come up blank, right?
Yes.
Not params, it's params. So we need to actually say. Right?
Right.
Yeah, they need to all be checked, right? Because we want everything to display while we're filtering by the title. And when we refresh here, yeah, that works. Give it a try.
Yes, it works.
Okay, cool. Okay, now I think we're done. Let me just have a look through the documentation here. Okay, so we just need to submit, really, yeah? I think we're done.
Yes.
Alright, so let's go ahead and commit this thing. Let's go to my console, wherever that is. Just follow along there if you want.
Okay.
So we'll push it up to the repo so you can get it. And we'll go, what? Heroku deploy master, is that the command?
Git push Heroku.
Oh, right.
Master, yeah.
Let me check here. Oh, right. It's a pretty clever, like, easy way to deploy, hey?
Yes.
Just bloody expensive, this service.
How much does it cost? Because you get like 5 of those for free.
Yeah, you see, so it's cool you got those free ones, which is fine for testing or like really small apps. But as soon as you start like trying to scale, that's like when it really starts costing you a lot of money. Just have a look at the hourly rates and then multiply how much that would cost you a month, and you'll see. It's like, whoa, that's a lot of money. Okay, let's see if this guy is up and working as expected. Movies. Here's the URL for my app. I don't know if you want to have a look there. My car meadow. Yeah, looks good. Sort by title and release date. Remove all PG-13 movies. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, so it looks like the third part is memorizing all this stuff, or memorizing it in the session, so to remember what the different parts are.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's stop the recording here.